Hello, my name is Nhi, and today I would like to introduce about the hardware configuration for two certain roles, which include the configuration hardware for 3D designers, and the other thing is the configuration hardware for BIT students. And to begin, I would like to go through the concept of basic hardware components. And as you know, hardware is a physical aspect of computers, telecommunications, and other devices. And hardware includes not only the computer proper, such as processor, storage, motherboard, and so on, but also the cables, connectors, power supply units, and the peripheral devices such as keyboard, mouse, audio speaker, and printers. Okay, let's start with the very first main point of my presentation. This is some hardware for the 3D designer. And as you know, 3D designers are responsible to design, create, and provide some artistic advice for presentations. And moreover, 3D designers also produce some compelling photorealistic 3D renderings and animation as well as the photo composers. And therefore that is the reason why a 3D designer really need to invest to a very strong hardware configuration. So first of all, I would like to introduce about the processor. And as you know, processor is known as the key element of a whole system of a computer. And here I will choose the Core i7 from Intel. Why? Because it is a great combination of 8 cores and 16 threads, and within the high log process is 4.3 GHz. It will help to increase the speed of working on multitask at the same time. And moreover, as a 3D designer, there will be tons of tasks such as producing still and moving images, illustrate magazines, or demonstrate processes, and such a strong processor is needed. Secondly, we have the motherboard, and inside the computer, motherboard usually connects to the processor via sockets, and therefore it is very necessary to choose a suitable CPU that matches the socket on the motherboard. And here I chose MSI X299 because it perfectly matches with the Intel Core i7 that I picked. And moreover, the two quad channels also provide a slot for memory card, which means that it can support up to 128 GB in RAM to increase the computing speed in multitask. And this is a great advantage for the 3D designer because the rendering task is require a lot of space as well as the high speed of processing. Thirdly is about the random access memory, or we can say RAM in short. RAM is a temporary memory in which information is being quickly read and written before moving to the processor. And here I will choose Corsair LED 33 GB, which can meet the most requirement of a 3D designer. It includes LED illuminated module that improve the system appearance and accomplish the elegant aim of the overall design. Moreover, the anodized heat spreader also provide a high overclocking capability to prevent the computer from the thermal damages. And fourthly, we have the solid-state drive, or we can say SSD. You may know that besides the function of remaining information as hard drive disk, SSD is capable to speed up the workflow and immediately retain the data when the power goes off. And here I will choose the Samsung SSD. Within the reading speed up to 3200 megabytes per second and the write speed up to 1900 megabytes per second. And This will help to increase the speed of the processing. Moreover, in order to store an enormous amount of high-resolution images, especially the high frame rate animation videos, a 3D artist necessarily fit out with 1 terabyte solid, 1 terabyte SSD storage. Here we come to the last but not least important component of the whole computer system is about the graphic card. You may know that graphic card is usually in charge of converting the information into a signal that monitor can recognize in order to render an image to the monitor. In order to fully support the 3D designer's task, I would like to choose a famous brand graphic card is Asus. You know, NVIDIA graphic card from Asus is very famous for its high quality graphic card which can improve both the size and the strength of the whole system. This GSD1080T has up to 11,100 MB in the RAM size. It helps to boost the speed of rendering as 10 times faster as normal. And this is a very good choice for a 3D designer. To make the working environment more comfortable, we should consider about some peripheral devices. You may know that 3D designers usually spend most of their working time on the computer, so that's the reason why some peripheral devices such as full high-resolution monitor and flexible mouse or a mechanical keyboard are highly recommended. And here you can experience a real and lively picture with a Dell U2417H monitor, which has high level of color consistency and seamless view, or the high-end price of the Technology MX Master Mouse and the Logitech KA12 Bluetooth keyboard also bring to a designer a very comfortable and flexible moment for the designer during a long period of time. This table will show you both the price of the best choice and the alternative choice for building a computer system for a 3D designer. And you can see here, it is a huge number of money, approximately 2,500 pounds, to build a professional configuration hardware computer system for a 3D designer. However, the super high performance and time savings is truly a guarantee. On the other hand, if you are in a budget case of save money, you can look at the alternative choice, which is just only like approximately 460 pounds, and this is 5 times cheaper as compared with the high-end one. This budget will utilize the benefits of the great performance in the low end of Intel new Kaby Lake processors, and that money is then invested to an ample storage, dual-channel DDR4 RAM, and a solid mid-tier 4GB graphic card. Then a smaller SSD can be equipped to run programs that read and write as often as most modern modeling and animation tools can also really take advantage of an SSD. Coming to the second main point of my presentation is about the hardware configuration for BIT students. Here I would like to recommend an Inspiron 15500 non-touch laptop from Dell for a student whose major is business technology information, because they usually work with the computer during their academic years, and I believe that a handy notebook PC with a strong configuration hardware is highly recommended because it is very useful and convenient for students to deal with their school tasks. And this Dell laptop is a great combination of the latest model processor from Intel, its Core i5-7200U, and a second storage equipped with the 256GB SSD, as well as the RAM size up to 8GB, would help to increase the speed of operating. Moreover, the 15.6 inches monitor will also bring to a BIT student an ultimate technological convenient environment to complete their assignments as well as their projects. And the price is quite high for students. It is around $650. However, if you really consider about the price, you can enter a less expensive option with the Dell Inspiron 15300 non-touch. This configuration set of hardware includes 6th generation processor of Intel that still support a speedy process in work, and the 500GB HDD provides enough capacity for a BIT student to contain all of the files during the school years. And although the price is cheaper and some of hardware components as graphic card and HDD is less strong than the first one, this laptop is able to help students to completely finish all tasks at school in an effective way. Additionally, a BIT student should consider about some peripheral devices such as headset. And here I will recommend the USB headset H540 because um, it is very necessary to improve the sound quality in video group meetings or video presentation in some courses, and this type of headsets will support to adjust the microphone, reduce the background noises, or soft filter on the headsets will help to comfort your ears. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for your listening, and if you have any question, please feel free to contact me with the email address below. Thank you and have a good day.